All right, hello everyone. It is 8 o'clock in the morning here in the Pacific Northwest, West Coast of the United States. But good afternoon and good evening. Maybe it's in the middle of the night wherever you are tuning in from your wonderful little place in the world. Good morning, Amber. It's nice to see you on this morning live on YouTube. So today we are live on YouTube and then we're live on the Blue Light Movement page of Facebook. That is a private page. We almost have 2,000 members on that page. So if you are on Facebook, on YouTube and you haven't been a part of the group on Facebook, you can just hop on over to Facebook and ask to become a member of the Blue Light Movement page. Hello. Now remember, you Facebook users, I don't get your name unless you put your name in the comments section. It's a privacy thing, but I see that you're all starting to find me, and we're going to be talking today about blue photonic light codes infusing the earth at this time. They've been infusing the earth for a good 6 solid months now, but there has been this big surge in the last few weeks, and you can anticipate that surge getting bigger and bigger and bigger as we head towards March and as we head towards the big blue light celestial column of light that's going to be infusing the earth in November. So I'll talk a little bit more about that too. Good morning, Amy. So it's nice to start our weekend like this. So just to give you a little forewarning, I do have a new little, I think she's 11 weeks old now, puppy. And so sometimes she might make her presence known in the background. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I know everybody's just kind of starting to wake up, but no worries because we'll have the replay happening and the recording later. Okay, so my name is Nancy Rebecca. You can follow me on my website, intuitivemind.org. Read more about me. I have a lot of blog posts about the blue light movement. Not nearly enough, but definitely enough to start to get a sense about what may be how the blue light is influencing us on the face of the planet. So I'm constantly learning the art of psychic sensing. I do have access to all of my intuitive psychic abilities that I've been developing over 25 years. So, I could possibly come from a line of psychics, but I will tell you, most of my life up until 40, I was just moving along, just trying to make life work for me, just like everybody else. Had a spontaneous psychic awakening at that time. And of course, the whole trajectory of my life changed. But in my capacity to be able to communicate in a multi-dimensional world, meaning that I can communicate with several dimensions at the same time, or very high dimensions, and then very what I'm going to say, we have the lower, the middle, and the upper worlds. And so I'm able to communicate on all of those levels. However, in 2017, I didn't really know this. I mean, that's changed a lot since 2017. In 2017, I had blue light beings come into the room where I was meditating, and they said, we need you to go to China and learn about the blue light, which I did. So that's a whole nother story. But the blue beings of light came through and said, we need you to bring through from the dimension of the blue light. We need you to bring the information through and we need to bring a prophecy through. So in a nutshell, good morning, Carrie G from, yes, it is coffee time from YouTube. So in a nutshell, what was explained to me in 2017 is that the world was going to be undergoing a massive transformational change. Have you witnessed that? Everywhere in the world, we are witnessing massive transformational changes. But in 2017, this kind of expanded understanding was not really available to the majority of us. There were a few people already working with the blue light since the 1900s. However, We hadn't been doing it for most of us at a conscious level. So that's what I'm doing today, is just to help raise our consciousness just a little bit better. I did go to China. I did have a vision and was told that the first surge of blue light would come to the earth 2019, again in 2021, again in 2023, which is this year. And then I wasn't given any more information after that. So after this year, I'm not sure what we can expect. And as usual, the other spiritual beings will normally, even your higher self, will give you information on a need-to-know basis. So at this point in time, they were talking about the big surges of blue light. Now, this pure blue lapis light, or like a cobalt light, has this particular frequency to dissolve illusion, enhance truth. So what started happening in 2017 is that what had been hidden started to be revealed. So it doesn't take a psychic, it doesn't take star seeds, it doesn't take any of this to know that in 2017, things really began to be revealed at a big level. What has been hidden will be revealed. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. So there's a lot more to be revealed. But what the blue beings of light told me about this talk today, and what's going to be happening more in 2023, is what has been hidden in you is going to begin to be revealed. What is an illusion that you hold inside, or a belief system about yourself that you hold inside, this year it's going to be more of a personal focus to really help you start to shed that, so that the truth of who you are can be illuminated. So let's say what might be an illusion. You may have an illusion about yourself that you are worthless. All right? That's an illusion. So this blue light can help to dissolve that and enhance the truth that you are worthy. So there's lots of different illusions that we hold about ourselves inside, but there's going to be a rapid movement. We're already seeing this. Since December, the pace really picked up. And the only way I can kind of describe it without words is boom, 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 boom. Like, you are shifting like 7 times in one day you can shift. Now, what is so significant about this is that, let's say back in 1996 or 1994, when I had my out-of-body experience, even in the year 2000, we might expect a shift to happen maybe once every couple of years, or maybe once a year. So to have, I'm probably exaggerating a little bit, but I want to make this point that this is significant, because let's say that you make a quantum leap, maybe little leaps, quantumly 7 times a day versus once a year or every 2 years. So just to let you know, if you're feeling a little crazy, there's a very good reason for it. So in this story, there's this expansiveness that's happening in the blue light. The biggest surge that we've seen yet is happening this year in 2023. It's happening in Arizona, where the 3 mesas are. Now, when I was told in 2019 that it would be in the United States, I said, we don't have any pyramids in the United States. And they said, what has been hidden will be revealed. So it has been revealed that there are 3 mesas that align with the planet Sirius, Orion's belt. So just like a lot of other pyramids. So you can take a look and look that up. So you're all adults. You need to be discerning about the information that you take in today. So, because this can sometimes really tip you over the edge with confusion. So only take in what aligns with you and let go of the rest. I am a psychic clairvoyant. I really can feel frequencies and shifts in the world, and I can communicate with other beings. However, none of it can be proven. None of it can be proven. So take it with a grain of salt. However, I'm going to say I'm not a quantum physics researcher or scientist, not quantum physics scientist. However, I'm given the information, and then there's the lovely, that is not my puppy. So with the quantum physics, I'm given the information, and then I tap into the Google search engine to see if I can find things to kind of validate what I'm getting at that high psychic, spiritual, high level knowledge and wisdom understanding. So I will be sharing, I call it mind candy. So I get things in meditation, and then my mind wants to play too. So then I look some things up. So we're going to be using words and definitions of words to help you to understand just a little bit more. So what we're talking about today, what is blue light and how does blue light help us? So I've already talked about that. What I'm going to talk about, what is photonic light, what is blue plasma, and what are light codes. Now I'm going to give just little sample. This is a sampler platter of information. Just going to give you little bits of information, because as I provide information and we have this conversation together, and there's 44 of us on live, there's going to be many more watching later. What's significant about this is as we talk about it, it helps our physical body and physical mind kind of be a little more open to the information that's coming through. And then as the light comes through, it's able to kind of seep through the cracks of expansion that you might have in the limitations of your mind. But let's be playful and imaginative about this. I love that grand rising, absolutely, from Arizona. Hello, Roxanne. Hello, Mary. So what is the current assessment based on my clairvoyant perspective? Right now, when I tune into the earth, there is this blue, very kind of iridescent blue. Now, I saw that Wilma posted on the Blue Light Movement page an image of an octopus. And it's this blue, iridescent blue. And I thought, I cannot believe she just posted this, because that's the blue that I'm seeing. Like, it just has this glowing light to it. All right, so that glowing light's coming down from the cosmos, the stars. It's coming down through the center axis of the earth. This is what I'm seeing right now. It goes out through the bottom. So let's say it goes to the North Pole, comes out the South Pole, travels around the outer atmosphere of Earth, and comes right back down again. So it's coming down from the cosmos, and then it's just making this, I don't know, do you call it a toroidal type movement? Anyway, this is what we're seeing. I have not witnessed that before. Now, I'm not looking at the earth every day. It could have snuck in there once in a while, but right now it's very, very strong. So what's happening with that blue light is it's saturating the entire planet. So the planet is shedding and illuminating. Humanity is shedding and illuminating. So we're going through that process. However, what I'm also started to see was thousands of points of light around the world. So what I do is clairvoyantly, I'm just getting that vision, I'm watching the earth turn, and I'm seeing these points of blue light. Some of them are bigger than others. So when I asked the blue beings of light, what are these points? Because I couldn't really see a pattern, and it would be a big blank spot, but then there'd be a lot of these blue lit areas. And I was told they were pyramids, that they are being charged up, that some of the pyramids are being charged more than others, but they have this potential to hold the light, stabilize the light, and ground the light, just like you have that potential as well. So I was quite curious, because I didn't know there were that many. Did you know there were that many pyramids in the world? I didn't. So my little mental candy appetite went back to Google and did research. I had to dig a little deep for this one, but yes, the answer came up that yes, there are thousands of pyramids in the world, and there's 4 different types of pyramids. So the first type is the one that most of us are familiar with. And so I actually had to look at, like the Great Pyramid of Giza. It's called a polyhedron shape, meaning it's got a wide base and then three sides of it are triangles. Did you know that? Polyhedron, and the base is called a polygon. Yes, and has the three sides. All right, so that's the shape we're most used to. Then there's flat-topped pyramids. So do you know what a good example of a flat-topped pyramid would be? So the blue light surge did come through a flat-topped pyramid in 2021, and that was just outside of Mexico City at and I'm going to pronounce this not very well, Teotihuacan. And so that's more of the flat shape. So you'll see much more like in Guatemala and I think El Salvador and Mayan and Peruvian. So you'll see a lot of those shapes, but those flat top pyramids are all over the world as well. Then there is a cone pyramid. So where the top is pointed, just like the polyhedron shape, but the base is round. It's not that triangular shape. It's round. So it's called a cone pyramid. I didn't know all this stuff. And then what's the other one? Oh, mound pyramids. So a mound pyramid, we have a lot of mound pyramids here in the United States, but again, we have mound pyramids all over the world. So they're all being highly activated with this beautiful, beautiful blue light color. And that's a good thing. So really means we're really ramping things up. You are also being affected. What else did I say I was going to talk about? Oh yeah, the light codes. All right. You two are being affected by the blue light. So this is what the blue beings of light are sharing with me. Now, I'm not sure that we could have understood this in 2017. I'm not even sure in 2019 that we could have understood this very well. But right now, I think you all are understanding this. So just to validate how much you've already awakened your consciousness to be able to bring through and understand these higher states of existence. Okay, so I'm told by the blue beings of light that your DNA is constantly, so DNA is that double helix. It's called genetics. So for those of you who aren't familiar with that, you can go ahead and do search on it, but that's that you inherit from your ancestors. So these are codes that give you personality, that the personality is passed down from generation to generation to generation. And it can be kind of mind-blowing to see little kids at 1 year and 2 years old acting just like their grandfather or their grandmother. All right, so DNA is constantly being upgraded by your environment. So they said not just the blue light codes, your entire life, your DNA has been activated by different events. So let's say you had a traumatic event, your DNA is impacted by this traumatic event. You have a wonderful event, you're feeling light, like you're on top of a mountain, and that's also impacting your DNA in other ways as well. So we've heard about the generational trauma that can be passed down through several generations. That's what we can experience, and it impacts us and it gets passed on. So what's happening with the blue light is we're being activated at that blue light level that's bringing through very, very, very high level knowledge and wisdom. It's like, how is this possible information that's coming through? It's like, this is impossible. And yet I promise you, by the time we get to the year end of 2023, you're going to believe things that you never thought that you would believe before. And we're not stopping then, because then you're just going to continue to have the DNA activated so that just so you can understand just so you can understand, we hold the knowledge inside of us. So they said that your DNA is constantly being upgraded by your environment, even when life is normal. But they laughed when they said that because I said, all right, what's so funny? And they said, well, because we understand none of you have felt like you've had a normal life for a really, really long time. So they said that they understand that. So the blue light has a greater percentage of a high level of wisdom and intelligence that activates dormant DNA. So let's say that I'm going to use clairvoyance, for example. So I'm going to use me for an example. So I'm going along like a muggle, being a mom, being a wife, being a nurse, being a daughter, being a sister, being something, trying to keep all the balls in the air 1 minute, and then the next minute I'm a full-on clairvoyant. I can see several dimensions of the spiritual realm at the same time I see the physical realm. I can hear people's thoughts. I can see all the colors. That's what happened to me. Like one day, not just regular minding my own business Nancy, and the next day completely different. So can you imagine if this happened for you, how disruptive to your life it was? It was very disruptive to my life. So you're trying to conceptualize, what am I seeing here? Like you don't even know what an aura is, right? How many of you knew what an aura was 25 years ago? How many of you heard of a chakra 25 years ago? All right, so you've grown a lot then. Well, this is all speeding up. Remember, boom, 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 speeding up. So try not to spend too much time chasing your tail on the information. Just say, all right, I'm going to go with this. Okay, I'm going to try, but it's challenging. And so just go with it. All right. The blue beings of light wanted me to share with you that you already have great access to all your intuitive psychic abilities. You already have great access to all your psychic intuitive abilities to help you understand what's happening. However, you continue, this is what the blue beings of light said, you continue to hang on to your old operating system. You continue to hold on to your old operating system. And I get this. Like they're challenging me in ways. I've been doing this work for a long time and teaching psychic intuitive development. And even my script for the play is being ripped out of my hands and a new script is being pushed in. And they're like, take a look at this. I mean, just think about the blue light, for example. When I'm just minding my own business then in 2017, and they're like, the star beings from the galactic celestial, and I'm like, hey, I'm not even into you guys. I don't know what this is. I don't even know if I believe in this. But remember, I had to adapt, let go of my old operating system to be more open to this incredible universe that we're in, that there's so many beings, star beings of light that are here to help us. There's a lot of spiritual beings on the earth helping us right now. We are not alone, and we are not doing this by ourselves. And that just slipped right in there, which tells me don't hang on to that operating system that you're the only one that is, helping. Just let yourself know there's a lot of help for you. All right. How are you all doing? Take a deep breath. Yes, the mesas are, I would say they're flat top, but I'll have to tell you, I didn't think mesas were pyramids, but I was watching a show. I'm just going to throw this in there. It was an ancient archaeology show. They found this metal hammer. I'm going to call it a hammer. It's like a sledgehammer is what it looked like, but a handheld one that was encrusted in stone. So it was inside the stone. So it was a metal with a wooden handle hammer, 250 million years old. So here we thought, humanity began 5,000 years ago. No, 250 million years ago. So just to let you know, our DNA is pretty old. Your DNA is pretty old. So we are upgrading, and this rapid knowledge is coming through technology, science, and the ability to communicate to the spirit world and your own spirit. Isn't that exciting? It's exciting stuff. But they went on to say that even today, you continue to question your abilities to see, hear, feel, and sense light codes. This doubt is the old operating system. Your new system already knows how to do it all. Your new system already knows how to do it all. So when we do a meditation today about light codes, so you want to have paper and pen, when we're talking about you're going to be bringing through light codes for you personally, just pretend and make it up. Just pretend that you have the ability to do this. All right, you ready for some more mental candy? Okay, so quantum devices are already being created to harness higher knowledge to fuel technology. Quantum devices are already being created to harness higher knowledge to fuel technology. Currently, we in the world and the scientists have this quantum knowledge, and they're comparing it to the first computer that was created in 1950. So they're basically saying that the science where they are in their understanding still has a long way to go. All right, still has a long way to go, but they're getting there. But this is what blew my mind. Microsoft is investing in this high-level research because Microsoft wants to create quantum-driven technology for computers. Remember, see, we can't even conceptualize this, and this is what's happening. The blue light's coming in to help us conceptualize, help technology conceptualize, help scientists conceptualize so that they can harness these abilities. All right, these are the words. Quantum photonics. All right, quantum photonics. Someone's asking, how do we let go of the old operating system? Well, first and foremost, the easiest way is like right now, at this moment in time, on this day, January 28th, I'm going to let go of my old operating system. So you just set the intention. I'm going to let go of my old operating system. And then as you're functioning in your life, oh, I'm functioning off that old system again. There's another layer I'm going to let go of. So that's the easiest. I teach a lot of dance steps and metaphysics about how to dismantle this stuff. But to begin with, just decide that you're going to do it. All right, so quantum photonics loves to remain in constant movement. So write that down. Photons love to remain in constant movement. Okay? Quantum bits are called qubits, and not with a C. It's Qubits. A qubit is a quantum bit that carries a lot of data. So let's say you can have a little tiny quantum bit or a qubit, little tiny, that could hold 1 billion bits of data, of intelligence in it. So again, I'm exaggerating because I don't know this. I'm not a physicist, but this is that download impression they give me. Like, this is a big deal. It holds a lot of information. This is why they're trying to harness it. But right now we can only do it in an unstable way. So what does this mean for you? It means you are the computer system. All right, you've got the huge motherboard. You can be downloaded. You are being downloaded with all of this information, but we haven't been able to harness the capacity at the human level to do it in a way that's stable, but we're getting there. The blue beings of light and the other spiritual beings, star beings, even your neighbor, your husband, your wife, your kids, through all of your interactions is helping us to get more stable in our capacity to bring in this information. Okay, one more word, photonic plasma. So the blue beings of light have talked about photonics. They've talked about light codes. They've talked about blue plasma a lot. So photonic plasma enhances performance capability. So if you're a computer, you are a human computer, you are enhanced by this blue photonic plasma. It enhances your capabilities of photonic movement. So the plasma enhances the data to move from one place to another, enhancing its capacity to carry information quickly. So remember when I said boom, 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 so many shifts in a day at that blue plasma photonic light level. That's just another day in the park. But for us at the human level, when we move a little bit slower, it can feel like a lot. So your energy field already knows how to operate at this level, but your physical body does not. So I think the biggest thing, if I were to suggest, because I'm also a nurse, is whatever you do this year, supporting your body's needs to feel comfortable enough to expand is your number one priority. Okay, we're getting ready for the meditation because we're going to talk about light codes now. Have any of you heard of binary light codes? Binary light codes. So those are the zeros and the ones, and it's like lights on, lights off. So it might be light on, light off, light on, light off, light on. So it's ones and zeros, creating this string segment of information. What did I say? Sequenced together to create coded information that's translated to data, telling the computer what to do. So these codes help create data to tell the computer what to do. Who's the computer? Who's the computer? You're the computer. You're the human computer. So these light codes that are coming in are going to help transport data to help enhance your ability to function at optimal levels. Yep, shake your head if you need to, shake your arms if you need to, but I can feel my spirit super excited and my body's like, what the heck are you talking about? So someone said they're sitting drawing light codes. So beautiful. All right. Now, celestial light codes are a little different in that they're not just zeros and ones. They can be like hieroglyphic, like Egyptian hieroglyphs. They can be ancient petroglyph drawings on rock walls. They can be, Chinese characters, for example, that really will show up a lot in these high-level light codes. You can see cubes, you can see pyramidal shapes, sacred geometry. You can see like snowflakes can be these different light codes. The spirals, it's going to come to you in this meditation in all kinds of ways. Now, photonic light codes are very unique for you. It's like an ingredient for a recipe that you're cooking, and the recipe might have 30 ingredients, or your recipe might have one ingredient. So let's say, like, for example, it's whipping cream and you whip it up and it makes this liquid into more of this light solid form. Some of you are going to bring through one light code. Some of you might bring through several light codes. So what Spirit is saying, these light codes are, remember, this year is about you dissolving illusion and enhancing truth of who you are. So the illusion may be that you're an angry bully and you're hanging on to that angry bully way of functioning in the world because that's either the way you were taught or the way you adopted to help you navigate your life. These blue light codes, the recipe will come through to help you dissolve that illusion and to help like the energy of humbleness rise to the surface, or you may be shedding insecurity, enhancing confidence, shedding doubt, enhancing clarity, shedding jealousy, enhancing self-fulfillment. So I can't provide one code for you because you're all different and you have the capacity to do this. So again, you need to support your bodies during this year, 2023, of some big shifts. So we're going to do a meditation. I wrote down the meditation. So I'm going to lead you through a meditation. We're going to do the blue light infusion. You may have blue light beings come in the room. You're going to have blue light codes come to the surface. You're going to write on your piece of paper what that shape is, even if it's the craziest shape, you've never heard of it. Just go ahead and write that on your paper and then write what that means. So you're going to have to ask your spirit, or you're going to need to ask the blue beings of light, or just being activated by that high level of wisdom and knowledge. You're going to just simply know what it means and then write down the meaning. And then if you've got time, you can write a couple of more. Then you're going to focus we're going to focus a little bit of time on your light codes to help you start to integrate that. Hi, Julia. Your high self is excited too. We should be excited. This is cutting edge stuff, not in the spirit world, but here at the human level. We're gonna take it on, right? We're gonna embrace it. We're gonna jump in, play full on, jump in with both feet. Are you ready? Do you have your paper ready? And just assure your body that this blue light's really gonna take good care of it. And you're gonna take good care of it. So go ahead and close your eyes and turn within to that wonderful ascended self of yours that you don't recognize yet. I can see many of you have already started turning blue, meaning your energy field is already a very strong blue color. But let's just go ahead and go through it anyway so your body feels like it gets to participate. So pretend and imagine that you have this root system, or it can be this blue column of light that's going to go from the lower part of your body all the way down, and that blue surge of light of your grounding is going to wrap around the core, magnetic core of the earth. So let that blue column of light go down deep, 4,000 miles deep, and then wrap around the core of the earth. It's kind of like plugging in the lamp before you turn on the light. I can hear a couple of minds out there saying to you, you don't know what you're doing. And so if you're feeling that way, you just say back, yes, I do. You're going deeper and deeper and deeper into the earth with this blue light. At the core of the earth are some blue crystals. So pretend that the blue light grounding is going to help really energize and enhance through your plasmic light, those blue crystals' capacity to optimize their functioning. Now, imagine pulling up blue earth energy. So it can be cobalt, it can be lapis, it can be these blue crystals radiating. There can be all kinds of blues, but go ahead and bring that blue earth energy up through the bottom of your feet. And it might feel pretty thick because this blue light is dissolving any illusions about how to walk your path that might be clogging your legs. So let that blue light dissolve the illusions in your legs, heading all the way up into your pelvis, and then let it tip over like a waterfall going back to the center of the earth. You're creating a circuit of blue up to the legs, into the lower part of your body, and back down to the center of the earth where the blue crystals are. Nice. Now just set your intention that that circuit is going to remain, and now move your consciousness attention to above your head and invite this column of light that's currently infusing the earth. Go ahead and allow it to come down to start infusing through the top of your aura, through the top of your head, filling up your entire energy field, chakras, and body with photonic light, with quantum bits that are carrying these incredible celestial star codes through this blue plasma to help enhance your capacity to let go of your old operating system and starting to prepare for just this new way of existing on the earth. I can see many of you, it's getting caught in the shoulders. So just let go of any tension, energy on the shoulders, let it go down the grounding, and then just encourage that plasma photonic light code elixir to flow right on down further into your body, into your bones and muscles and cells. Nice. Now ask your high, wise spiritual self and or the blue beings of light, what is a unique light code for you right now? Or light codes, if you are given several to write down. Go ahead and open your eyes and write them down on a piece of paper. You can color them later. Ooh, I can already see some doubt and second guessing floating to the surface. Remember, that's an illusion to be cleared by the blue light. Let your confidence come through, or just pretend and make it up. And then write down the meaning of the light code that you drew on your piece of paper. What is the meaning? The answer, I don't know, is not an option on the multiple choice questionnaire. I don't know what it means. Pretend that you do. Imagine that you do know what it means. Let your spirit download you with the meaning. There you go. You are all already beginning to shift, but now let's just put the pen, pencil, color pencils aside. Place one or two of your hands over the light code or codes, and then close your eyes again and tune into the frequency of the light codes. And then let your own energy field match that frequency, or allow that frequency to uplift you. Now ask your higher self, your spirit, how long, how many days, how many weeks, or how many months should you be sitting with this light code, adapting to its frequency? You might just hear 3 days, and then you'll be given another light code, or you may hear that you need to work with this light code for the next 3 years. So let yourself get that information. Oh, there's a lot of mental energy coming up. Just let the blue light dissolve it. Let it go. Tell your mind you're not feeding it mental candy right now. One more question. Ask your spirit, and ask your spirit, in what ways can you support and comfort your physical body as it's attempting to adapt to this high level frequency of this code? You might hear, stay really hydrated, go for walks in nature, make a change in your life to be more supportive. So just make some notes about how to best support your body. All right. Thank your body for participating. Thank your spirit for participating. Thank the blue beams of light for participating. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and move your body around. Whew. These very high frequencies, you can only usually stay in that, usually about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe sometimes 20 minutes. But this is not this regular diet of meditating with the blue light several hours a day, because it may bring through a higher frequency than what your body can keep up with. And we really want the two to go together. We want spirit and body to ascend in that light body together. I would love to have you write in the comment section, but you can do that after we finish this talk. But a lot of times people want to know what's going to happen for me, if I ascend, I expand, I grow in my consciousness. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to be this kind of the same person, but your capacity, you're still going to be a mom or a dad. You're still going to be a brother or a sister. You're still going to be a CEO or a janitor. You're still going to be loving earth and the mountains, or you're going to love to swim in the waters. The difference is going to be in how you see your world, how you see your relationships. You're not going to get as triggered as you see your workplace. You're not going to get as triggered as you see what's happening in world events. You're not going to get as triggered, but you're still going to be in all many aspects very similar to who you are now. So, all right. Any questions? We have a few minutes for questions if you want to type that into the comment section. I like that. Somebody said, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Exactly right. Gold stars bursting was an image of the light codes message, was world peace, peace on earth. Image was a fairy glowing green that transforms into an angel. Beautiful. And thank you for mentioning that, because some of the codes some of you might have been getting were not blue. They might have been red or orange or gold or silver or green or pink. So thank you for mentioning that. So meditation could be done daily for 10 minutes. Seems to be not too much, question mark. So I asked my student asked a question, and then I asked the student the question back. I said, well, ask your spirit. And that student's spirit told them, do not meditate on this again for another 3 days. So every 3 days, do this meditation. And then I had a couple of the other students ask their own spirit the same question, and they each had different answers. Somebody else said, oh, you can meditate with this 30 minutes a day for the next 7 days. So the reason why I share this is ask your spirit what's appropriate for you. It might just be 2 or 3 minutes a day, or 2 or 3 minutes a week, or 2 or 3 minutes a month. So just tune in what's right to best support your life and your body. How can I settle nausea? So nausea is when you have just gone through a major healing and your body is struggling to adapt to it. Number one, nausea has been um, my little message bringer about how my body's doing my whole life. So what I've learned is to ground. So right now, just close your eyes and pretend that you're grounding to the center of the earth, and then go deeper and deeper and stronger until that nausea passes. I was a little confused on what form the codes would take. So the mind wants a light code. Like we might think it might look like a hieroglyphic or a 1 or a 0. It could be the number 11 or 22 or 33. It can be an image of Mickey Mouse, the cartoon character. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. Whatever form that came to you, that sense that came to you, even if it was simply a circle or a spiral on your piece of paper, that is the code that's going to enhance your knowledge. Okay, cool. All right, we've got just a couple minutes. If anybody pops on, I'll try to answer that question. You can ask questions afterwards, and I will answer them afterwards. So my wife's was numbers, and mine was a flow of lines and dots. Right, because you're two different frequencies of spirit having a human experience. Someone else saying, I heard healing and enlightenment colors, spirals, pear shapes, threads of light before you started. Oh, you heard that. See me, heart-shaped swirls. Cool. Nice. These are wonderful. Thank you for sharing. So just want to let you know that I had really wanted to meet in the southwest of the United States as a group. I will tell you, I've been doing a lot of research in that area. I'm trying to think of what the nearest, like Winslow, Arizona, I think is right nearby. And then, of course, they have Mesa and they have Hopi Land. But they, at the time, were having such a huge drought that some of their hotels and motels were closed. So I was trying to imagine bringing a group down there and there's no water access, or places closed because there's no water access. With all the rains and floods, maybe that has changed. But again, there's nothing nearby. And this is the thing about the mesas in the Southwest. Those three mesas are 50 miles apart from each other, but that's where the blue light is coming through. So I have shifted my own consciousness, my own dreams, my own desires. I had to kind of put aside and just really follow what is reasonable for us to do. So we will be having some online virtual events through Zoom. But any of you who choose to go to the Southwest, to Hopi Land, you're very welcome to during this big event in November. What is the date? Well, I thought I had a date, and then I tuned in, and what am I writing? Between November 16th and November 27th. It's like a pendulum that's flowing back and forth. What the blue beings of light said, that our consciousness is changing so rapidly. There's so many more of us participating that it's changing the trajectory of light in a really good way. So the date hasn't been settled yet, so I will keep you posted. Nice, Tucson. Awesome. Wonderful. I'm going to continue to read your notes afterwards. So thank you. We will meet again next at the end of what I'm going to say. Our next date is February 25th. So write that in your calendar book to come back and hear more about what's happening with the blue light on Earth. Thanks again so much for joining me on this Saturday morning. I hope that it sparks curiosity, wisdom, knowledge, and a desire to be the best version of yourself that you have never even been able to dream into existence. That is my wish for all of you. So, all right. Thank you, everyone. And I will see you in a month. Otherwise, tune into me on Intuition with Precision and YouTube for my other talks that I give on Thursday mornings. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.